Okay, everybody. So this monkey doesn't know about crypto or blockchain. So do you want to be like him, or do you want to know stuff about it and get a job with it? Let's look. Hello, everybody. Today we're looking at Python blockchain developer jobs. Now, that's just a term which I've put in here. There's obviously very many permutations. You could put Python, Bitcoin, Python, crypto, Python, Ethereum. You may not even want to be doing Python, so you could just be putting blockchain developer. Really, this video is just to kind of document and shed some light upon the way that things are going with jobs in cryptocurrency engineer jobs. So many different sort of combinations of three-word phrases that you could search for. I've just put in on this particular site Python and tried to find the remote jobs. And here we go. We've got blockchain engineer, open source, Python, React, smart contracts, Web3. So if you don't know what these are and you're watching this video and you think I'm just talking loads of new words that you've not heard, I sympathize. Several months ago, I didn't either, but obviously it pays just to be aware of what these new emergent trends are. And Web3, smart contracts, NFT, DeFi, those are words that you'll probably primarily hear linked in association with Ethereum. Ethereum is probably the main rival to Bitcoin. So the two biggest cryptocurrencies probably are Bitcoin and Ethereum for the time being. And yeah, Web3 is often a word that's used in association with Ethereum. Um, so that's kind of like the new and trendy with all the new bits and pieces, bells and whistles. But here we've also got a back-end engineer, and that's AWS, Python, SQL. So the whole point of this video is just to kind of highlight and just to remind us all that although crypto means cryptography, or that's where it came from, um, just because there's many cryptocurrencies and there's lots of jobs out there, they don't all involve actually coding the blockchain as such. So as you can see, there's plenty of work out there for SQL, Python, back-end engineer, front-end engineer. And as we go through these, we'll see more and more how there is just a whole world. It's a sector. So it's not particularly just blockchain and then you code it and that's it. It's a sector. So it's a whole range of diverse jobs which you can find, which are going to be appearing from kind of out of nowhere. So Flutter, obviously that's doing mobile apps, management, Solidity, blockchain engineer, remote, $600,000 a year. Do you believe that? 100% remote. Wow. These things just blow my mind. I don't know about you, but if this doesn't give you inspiration to get good at coding, I don't know what will. Um, the company, they make blockchain transactions seamless. By doing so, they're accelerating the mainstream adoption of Web 3.0. Whilst they build for developers, their work is radically simplifying the overall user experience on Web 3.0. Let's just remind ourselves what Web 3.0 is. What is Web 3.0? I want a fairly technical explanation, so we won't go to Wikipedia. Web 3.0 is slated to become the new paradigm in web interaction and will mark a fundamental change in how developers create websites. You've probably heard of the term Web 3.0 floating around the internet. Simply put, Web 3.0 is the new phrase of the internet's evolution. The changes that Web 3.0 is bringing to the internet is going to take it to a whole new level. Computer scientists and internet experts believe these changes are going to make the internet smarter and our lives easier. So to understand these paradigm shifting changes, let's first look at the evolution of the internet as we know it. So Web 1.0, 100,000 websites, read only. Web 2.0, 100 million websites, read and write. Web 3.0. So what's the difference? Okay, so more user-generated content. There we go. So is that a billion users? 2.5 billion users. So that's kind of a third of planet Earth will be using it. And here we go. There's an old Alta Vista. Yeah. And you'll hear the terms DeFi, NFT, and so on. But yeah, to understand the nuances of Web 3.0, let's look at the four properties of it. Semantic web, artificial intelligence, 3D graphics, ubiquitous. What does semantic web mean? I have a dream for the web in which computers become capable of analyzing all the data on the web, the content, links, and transactions between people and computers. A semantic web, which makes this possible, is yet to emerge, but when it does, the day-to-day mechanisms of trade, bureaucracy, and our daily lives will be handled by machines talking to machines. So that's the key thing there. Making computers talk to other computers without humans having to make sense of it. Okay, so what does that mean in simple language? What's the difference between... Okay, yeah, so so we know that means I love Bitcoin, and we know that means I love Bitcoin because it's the less sign and then three looks like a heart. But I think what they're saying is that a computer may not necessarily know that. Right. Artificial intelligence. AI will allow websites to filter and present users the best data possible. Currently, in Web 2.0, we have started taking user opinions to help us understand the quality of a particular product stroke asset. Think of a website like Rotten Tomatoes, where users get to vote on a list of movies. Movies with a higher rating are usually considered good movies. Lists like these help us to get the good data without going through the bad data. Peer reviews, as we have already mentioned, is one of the biggest contributions of Web 2.0. However, as we know, human recommendations are not incorruptible. A group of people may get together and give positive ratings to an undeserving movie, boosting their ratings up. Artificial intelligence can learn how to separate the good from the bad and gives us reliable data. It's not really saying how. I suspect that's using some machine learning algorithms or something. Anyway, property 3, 3D graphics. Web 3.0 is going to change the future of the internet. As it develops from a simple 2D web into a more realistic three-dimensional world. The three-dimensional design is being used extensively in websites and services in Web 3.0, such as online games, e-commerce, real estate industry, etc. So for Web 3.0, you could actually call it Web 3D. As alien as this concept sounds, the fact remains that there are thousands of people around this world who are already interacting in this space. Think about online games like Second Life or World of Warcraft, where the users are more interested in the well-being of their online avatars than their real-world selves. Yeah, I'm not sure what... yeah, I'm sure we've all got our own thoughts on that. Ubiquitous. Ubiquitous means the idea of existing or being everywhere, especially as at the same time omnipresent. Yeah, so vastness is huge. It contains, okay, oh, these are the challenges. So vastness, vagueness, uncertainty, inconsistency, deceit. So yeah, cryptography. So if you see trustless, don't think that's a bad thing. Trustless is a good thing because it means an agreement does not rely on trust for it to be successful and secure and to have the right outcome. Obviously, Bitcoin is trustless. You can make a transaction without relying on a third party. There's no counterparty risk. Okay, so we've kind of done a bit of research on Web 3.0. That's the metaverse. I'm not even going to go there. I think it's too... I don't know. I'm not going to comment. Anyway, we've looked at some blockchain Python developer jobs. I think we probably just need to kind of consider that Python won't necessarily be at the very center of all of this because there will be backend. So, for instance, although it's supposed to be decentralized, as far as I know, and all Bitcoiners will tell you, Bitcoin is the only truly decentralized cryptocurrency. Um, that's not to say that something else can't be. Anyway, let's just wrap this up here. We've looked at how the blockchain and aka crypto will provide what you would call traditional jobs such as back-end engineer, front-end engineer, full stack crypto engineer, but obviously in a more interesting, fast-paced, possibly more highly paid environment. So yeah, read about crypto before you have any kind of biases against it is all I would say. I'm not saying go and invest all your money in Bitcoin, or this is not investment advice. Don't worry about the investment side or making millions by buying a Dogecoin or Ethereum. Think about how you can make money from working in a crypto blockchain related industry. And I think there will be, I think that last year the growth was 400%, I believe. So yeah, it's a sector. It's a sector much like travel and tourism or farming. Crypto is a sector really. So treat it like a sector, and you will still be able to find jobs within this new sector, but use your existing coding skills and add some more. So data scientist, DevOps, senior software engineer, back-end engineer, full stack engineer, API engineer, whatever takes your fancy, you should be able to find a niche within the very rapidly growing blockchain slash crypto industry. So hopefully you've learned, maybe, I don't know if you learned nothing from this video. If you haven't, then sorry, but this is kind of just kind of helping to break the ice for some of the viewers who've not really looked at crypto, and just don't think it's a scam and anything to do with it is going to steal all your money. Think it's a growing sector which will provide you with opportunities into the future. And if you've got existing skills, there will be exciting jobs. And if you're going to work for a startup and you're young, does it matter if they might go bust in 2 years? I would suggest not, because it will be fast paced. Anyone see fast paced on job descriptions? Yeah. No comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.